Welcome to Pharma TechOps 2018. On my side is Alex. Alex, please introduce yourself on what is your professional background.
I'm an electrical engineer, mechanical technician. I have a master degree on electronics, and recently I made an MBA on business. My main background is on regard of maintenance. I worked in different companies since Mercedes-Benz on behalf of Voigt until fiber optics manufacturing. Currently I'm in the manufacturing of pharmaceuticals, but in 20 years of experience I've worked in different segments.
Tomorrow you have a presentation.
Yes.
What will be the topic of a presentation?
I have some topics I understand to be interesting in order to have a successful reliability journey. On my background, they were always helpful for me, and I used that in my current company. So I understand it to be useful for our colleagues and to others that are listening or can watch our presentation. It will be on regard of RAMs mostly. It stands for reliability, availability, maintainability, and safety. It's a methodology that many people think that are more connected with aerospatial industry or high-speed trains, but it's a paradigm. In fact, we can use that in very well in maintenance area, mostly on pharmaceuticals, as I'm doing currently.
Did you use this ROM tool? Is it a tool or a strategy or?
It's a methodology.
Methodology.
Yes.
The ROM methodology. Is it a project you have to test it, or it's already implemented in Lilly?
In fact, it started in Brazil as a project. I have 2 projects every year on regard of reliability. It was one of them. But it turned to be successful and got the attention of our tech center. So partnering with a colleague, I thought would be a good idea to expand that to other company units. I'm using our maintenance database. We work with IBM Maximo, and I'm using an analytics tool, business objects, in order to get the data from our database and process that in order to have graphics, analysis. We can make the intangible insights of reliability into tangible things. This is the main point.
What is the outcome of methodology so you implement it?
We have some deliverables. For instance, we want to rank our equipment in order to invest on the ones that have a health that is not good or is not in the minimum we understand to be acceptable. We want to use that also for our resource assessment exercise. Every year we have to invest on equipment, and not always we have the money we would like. So we have to have a way to assess our equipment besides of people's insights and see how is the health of that asset. So with that tool, we can see where to invest or where not.
Industry 4.0 or IoT is lots of new technologies. How is this impacting Lilly?
I understand that IoT is a tendency that comes to stay. It's impacting all the industry. Our company currently works with 2 sorts of analytics. We use business objects from SAP and Tableau. But there are other options. I understand that the basis to have artificial intelligence or IoT is to have a good and reliable database. If you do not have data that are very well constructed, you cannot use such advanced tools.
I heard a lot of times it's very complicated to get the data because we have no standard in the pharmaceutical industry or generally for manufacturers. So how you solve this problem?
Very good question. Standardization is a problem for everyone. What we have done so far is try to work with other units, do benchmark, but through benchmark, and construct a spare parts global database. Our unit in Indianapolis is handling that. And all the sites have the information, for instance, when we have a part that is obsolete. And when we buy a new machine, we do, for instance, a FMECA. But for old machinery, it's a challenge, for sure.
What are you expecting from the conference?
To gather knowledge This sort of conference, I think it's very, very important, not just for pharmaceuticals, but for other supporting sectors that are participating. I think the best way to achieve high results is to benchmark, and this sort of event is good for networking, of course, but for benchmarking, exchange ideas, it's very, very important.
Thank you for your time and enjoy the conference.
Thank you very much.